Thanks, Richard. Good evening, everyone. I'll be all right for Wednesday, was Chris Kirkland's shout as he was taken off to hospital after a head injury at Middlesbrough on Saturday, and after a couple of days' rest, the Wigan goalkeeper has been as good as his word. Good news, too, about defender Emerson Boyce, who went home ill yesterday, but is going to give it a go tonight. But Paul Scharner, the scorer who gave Wigan their only win versus Arsenal, is suspended. Denny Lanzat comes into midfield. Emil Heskey, though, has served his ban. He returns in a revamped formation with a Welsh teenager, David Cotterill, dropping to the bench.
Yeah, a little change from the normal 4-4-2, showing a little bit of adventure playing with the three strikers there. I think that when they're attacking, they'll certainly play with the three up. But I agree with Glenn, when they don't have the ball, I think you'll see McCulloch and Kamara just going in and making five across the middle there to match up with the Arsenal's five. But showing a bit of adventure, naming the three strikers.
Kolo Touré is back for Arsenal after being banned from the big one at Stamford Bridge. And Arsene Wenger has also tried to freshen up the lineup after the exertions on Sunday. Brazilian Julio Baptista comes into midfield for only his second Premiership start. Freddie Ljungberg's back in favour again, and the presence of Theo Walcott also adds to the interest of the evening. Fabregas, Kleb and Van Persie are amongst the substitutes. Henry, Gallas and Rosicky are still on the Arsenal casualty list.
Yeah, Arsenal go with the familiar 4-5-1, which they've played most of the time away from home this season and most of last season. I think you'll look to see Baptista being the more advanced midfield player coming from the middle, and a great opportunity for young Theo Walcott to come in and show that he's capable of filling the boots of the excellent Kleb, Fabregas and Van Persie.
Seven months on from being the last two sides to clash at Highbury, Wigan and Arsenal resume a rivalry that saw them meet 4 times last season. Wigan winners over the 2 legs in the Carling Cup semi-final, but despite scoring 4 league goals against the Gunners, all 6 Premiership points went to Arsenal. Oh, Jens Lehmann's been telling us who he doesn't like in the game and who his friends are. I guess Chris Kirkland comes into the latter category so far this evening. I must say, the Arsenal goalkeeper on another day could have given away the craziest of penalties at Stamford Bridge on Sunday. The referee was quite entitled to point to the spot after that dust-up with Drogba, which he started. A fixture which has had to be held back since August when Arsenal were involved in a Champions League qualifier. It's the Gunners' match in hand. They go third in the table if they can seize victory from it. Wigan are eyeing up a return to the top half. Highlights of Chelsea against Newcastle later, but our main feature is Wigan against Arsenal, and it's live.
Our live football this evening comes from the JJB Stadium. It is Wigan against Arsenal. Highlights later from Stamford Bridge, where Chelsea are playing Newcastle tonight. And before the game starts tonight, there will be a minute's silence at the JJB. And for more on that and the reason why, let's go and join our match commentators Gary McAllister and Martin Tyler.
Yes, Richard, it's to respect the memory of Harry Leyland, who passed away recently, who was a former manager here at Wigan in their non-league days, but better remembered as a fine goalkeeper for Blackburn Rovers when his teammate was Dave Whelan at Ewood Park. They played an FA Cup final together back in 1960, and it's very much at the Wigan owners' request that before the match starts we will have a period of silence in memory of Harry Leyland.
Respect to Harry Leyland, who sadly passed away last week. Harry was a player-manager at the club between 1967 and 1968 and was a close friend and former teammate of our German Dave Whelan.
Well, some poignant thoughts about the past. But now we concentrate on the present. Arsenal back in the northwest, where of course they have beaten Manchester United this season, but in the last year they've lost 9 matches in this passionate part of the footballing world, including a 1-0 defeat on this ground in the first leg of the Carling Cup semi-final. They have a chance, Gary McAllister, to go third in the table with a win here.
They have got a chance, but it's something to take into consideration. You just take the fact that Henry, Gallas, Van Persie, Kleb, Fabregas are all missing, but they still have a very strong 11 there starting the game tonight.
Captained by Gilberto. Flamini, who had a very prominent role at Stamford Bridge. And certainly the exertions of Arsenal on Sunday taken into account by Arsene Wenger and his team selection tonight. And when you think they had that London derby against Tottenham, they went to Porto. Gary, you were there with them. Big trip, a significant night for them.
There's a fantastic result, fantastic performance. 3 great players sat on the bench. They've been outstanding the last 2 games. But a lot of energy used, but a great opportunity for the fringe players to come in and show they're capable of winning games for the Arsenal.
Arsene Wenger deep down delighted with the draw at Chelsea, given his selection problems for that game. They might have won, but they certainly rode their luck at the end. Kirkland looking for the diagonal for the head of McCulloch. Launched by Baines, and the flag is up against Heskey. Leighton Baines, captaining Wigan these days, named amongst 50 English players Steve McLaren is keeping a special eye on, and so too Theo Walcott, who's going to be the player that Baines is certainly going to mark in the formative part of this game. It'll be an interesting duel, that.
It's going to be a nice little battle there. Leighton Baines has been excellent for a season and a bit now, so it's been a good battle between those two.
Ljungberg coming from the opposite flank. Adebayor in the middle. Fitzhall and Emerson Boyce doing the job in the middle of the Wigan defence tonight. And Paul Jewell was concerned about quite how he would set up the middle of his defence because of Boyce's illness. McCulloch, who's a rumbustious player.
I think the front 3 of Wigan tonight will change. They'll change quite a lot. I think they'll be quite fluent in their style. They won't stay in the same positions. I think they'll interchange the whole evening, especially McCulloch and Heskey.
Wigan determined not to suffer from second season itis after their excellent debut campaign in the Premiership. They've done okay so far. They probably have played as well away as they have at home. And being tested here by the move from Clichy, if not by the shot from Flamini.
Yeah, they worked it well. Lindberg does very well. Clichy does well. Nice cut back. Gets out his feet. Just snatches a little bit of the shot. But Arsenal again getting the ball down, passing it. That's one thing they always do. They'll always keep passing it.
Flamini is playing his 100th game for Arsenal tonight. Certainly his 99th was pretty impressive with that goal at Stamford Bridge and that touch of his studs right at the last to
just
deflect Frank Lampard's what seemed like a winning shot onto the post and out.
But it was also at the end of a great passing move, the goal.
Gilberto. Walcott, who's started twice in this Barclays Premiership before. Toure is very much at home now as a senior man at the back. With Sol Campbell gone, of course. Not to mention Ashley Cole, and you probably don't want to mention Ashley Cole when the Arsenal people are around.
Toure is just turning into an outstanding performer for the Arsenal now, and I think it's a big plus getting them back tonight, especially to battle against the threat of Heskey and McCulloch, who are very strong and physical in the air.
Here's Camara. Rob Styles is the referee, incidentally. And It's pointing Wigan's way. Foul on Skoko. It's a blustery evening in the northwest of England, which might make delivering the set pieces difficult, but maybe defending them as well. Actually deflected down off McCulloch, who was going for the original ball, kept alive by camera. Lovely piece of play by him, and Heskey fighting hard for the right to get the header in, but he didn't get the final touch. Wigan get a corner.
Some fantastic play by Camera. Twisting and turning, lovely feet, lovely skill. On his day, Kamara can be as good as anybody.
Wigan have a bit of a reputation as fast starters, trying to impose themselves from the off on Arsenal here. And Lehmann is a little bit blocked off originally, and he's not needed when the ball comes back in the second time. From Skoko. Well, the Australian international struggled to get a look in here last season. He went out on loan to Stoke, then went to the World Cup with the Socceroos, and is now beginning to show what he's capable of doing, which is influencing matches at this level with his passing from the middle of midfield. Well, there were two goalkeepers in this match who, in one way or another, almost lost their heads at the weekend. From with an injury, and Lehmann with a bit of red mist.
The usual red mist from Mr. Lehmann, but I was a wee bit concerned hearing the news coming through from Middlesbrough about Chris. He's been very unlucky over the years with injury, but it's nice to see him getting a run of games now. Because I do believe that he is, if he gets playing and gets a good run of games, this guy's, I think he's the best in England.
It's actually caught on the head by one of his own players at the Riverside, the right back tonight, David Wright. Hall back in the Premiership after spells at this level with Southampton and Crystal Palace. Camera. Reflected the confidence of the classy piece of play a couple of minutes ago. Still being hustled and bustled a bit at the moment. That's something of a mantra for opposing managers to them, particularly when they're putting the Gunners on their own ground, as Paul Jewell is tonight. Baines. Boyce. Skoko. David Wright's another who didn't play much last season, but is getting a go because of Paul Jewell's injury problems. Baines. There's no sign of a flag. McCulloch. Shot by Kevin Kilban. A chance for McCulloch. Camera trying to poach the goal.
All three strikers getting involved there. Both McCulloch and Camera coming in off the sides to support Heskey.
Giroud is hurt.
Yeah, it's a long ball forward by Baines. Heskey does well to knock it down to McCulloch. And then they just keep it in the box. They try to make it messy. Just unfortunate it doesn't fall for McCulloch there. Oh, it's a great chance. I think he kicks onto Camera's boot there.
Well, Johan Giroud, who's kept his place. Philippe Senderos is the defender who lost out with the return of Touré, and he's not with the Arsenal group up here. The backup defender on the bench is Justin Hoyt.
Looks very sharp. He started the game well.
Recently been voted for the second time in his career Senegal's Player of the Year.
If only he could show more consistency, it would be up amongst the very best. And on occasions, he's very exciting, but then some games it just goes missing.
Now Walcott. He's got past Baines. Pass for Julio Baptista. Flamini's cross. And it's not quite near enough to Walcott, or deep enough for Adebayor, and in between was Wright defending well for Wigan. Fantastic defending by David Wright there. A super ball in by Flamini. Well, Giroux's back on, and he's upfield. Kolo Touré jogging towards the near post. It's Adebayor jumping for it, and Gilberto. Neither were successful. Camera trying to lead the way out here, with Arsenal having defenders committed at the set piece. Quick work by Clichy. It's not a full house at the JJB as it was for this fixture last season in the Premiership, but plenty of good noise from the home support, and they might have a goal to cheer here. Arsenal struggling to get it away. Eventually Touré did the necessary. Baines with the ball to the feet of McCulloch, who was actually here at Wigan before Paul Jewell arrived to be the manager.
Good Motherwell boy there.
Kilban. Just veered away, probably caught on the breeze. Gilberto trying to prevent the corner, unsuccessfully.
Started well, Wigan, started well. Mixed it up well, they've passed it well, they've got the ball in the box nice and early as well, so nice mix about their play.
And Fitzhall has the job to try and make it difficult for Lehmann to come out and claim the corner, if it is indeed a long one. Baines went for the short one. Camera. Still got plenty of players forward, Wigan here. Stokoe's attempted cross blocked by the discipline of Walcott. Well, Fitzhall is big enough to be flicking on a long throw.
He must have a long one.
Touré heads it away. The corner. And Danny Lanzat's first timer deflected from the Dutchman.
They've kept the ball well in there.
Oh, the excellent left foot of Kilban. And whip this one in. Trying to run it out of trouble, gets the free kick. It's amazing the number of players at this level, Gary, who hit the front man with their corner kicks.
I know, it's a major criticism of players who take free kicks and corners, but you've got to beat that first man. It's a must. Lundberg doing very well there to win the free kick, just to take the pressure off Arsenal.
Eboué. This is typical of the way the game is going so far. Arsenal struggling to get into their rhythm. Wigan brisk and bright from the off, working extremely hard. And Judging by the scampering there to prevent the ball going out by Kolo Touré, he thought it would have been a corner.
Oh, it was a corner. It looked like a corner. But pressing well, Wigan. You know, hemming the Arsenal in, stopping them from passing.
Julio Baptista, who's with Arsenal on loan from Real Madrid. That's a swap loan with Jose Antonio Reyes. Flamini.
Got to say, Martin, it does look a bit leaner. When he first arrived, I thought he looked a bit heavy, but he's starting to look a bit better shape.
He can play further forward as well. He's coming from midfield here, but he's up alongside Adebayor. Flamini's got the ball. And now Walcott. Second cross was making Kirkland stretch a bit.
Showing a bit of confidence there with a single-handed save.
Skoko. Bit narrow for Wigan with this change of system. They're missing potential wide midfield players like Gary Teal and Valencia, the Ecuadorian who was signed in the summer. They're both unfit. Corban's having to tuck in because of the way that Paul Jewell set out his Wigan side. Normally certainty is to go with 4-4-2. But the circumstances, plus the fact that, as you made the point over the team captions, Gary, that they're looking to match Arsenal
across the middle.
I
think it's working well, even though they lack a wee bit of width. They should get it from the fullbacks pushing on, like here. But I think they've started the game well.
Duro, Clichy. The problem the fullbacks have got for Wigan is that both Ljungberg on that far side and Theo Walcott on this side, of course, can embarrass players who are caught too far up the pitch.
There's a wee game of cat and mouse there. We just need to wait and see how brave the two Wigan fullbacks are going to be, because if they start getting forward, then responsibility falls on Walcott and Ljungberg to track them back. So it's a wee game of chess on the wide positions at the moment.
Flamini. Touré. Eboué skips away from Baines. It's a good effort by McCulloch on this near side of the pitch. And he's a workaholic. The question of whether Camara has quite got the same defensive inclinations on the other side.
Yeah, Lee's more used to playing on the left side and working the whole side of the pitch. Kamara's more of a central striker, so Arsenal might try and exploit the fact that he's not that keen on going back the park.
Duro. Flamini. Away from Hall. Here's Wright. Wigan back after a couple of good games on the road for them. They won at West Ham, a result that seemed to carry some significance. And what happened to Alan Pardew a few days after that. And of course they drew at Middlesbrough and they were leading there until Kirkland's unfortunate injury, which involved some paramedics being in the dressing room at half-time, and certainly, with the greatest respect to Gareth Southgate's side and their recovery, it distracted the Wigan players. Won't be distracted here by Walcott's running. Kilban supporting Heskey on the inside. Skoko as well. There's a chance for David Wright to push forward from right back. And from the left, it's Emil Heskey for Wigan. Big money signing from Birmingham City. There's Julio Baptista. He really was a goal scorer in his early days in Spain with Sevilla.
Yeah, good strength shown there by Fitzhall.
Well, he was once in a movie with Bruce Willis. Did you know that, Fitzhall? He was as a child actor, believe it or not.
You always surprise me, Martin,
Yeah.
some of your stats.
Well, that surprised me when I found that out earlier today.
No, good strength shown there.
I think he's on screen for about 10 seconds. He'll be on screen for a bit longer tonight, won't he?
He started the game very well.
Heskey. Miscued by Kilban. From Gilberto. Kilban gets another chance over Giroud. She had to just cover in. And now try and get outside Ljungberg and give Arsenal a bit of width of their own. Adebayor, who was very effective in the second half at Stamford Bridge. With his skill as a lone striker, had to protect the ball a lot and did it very capably.
I think he's responded really well. He was coming in for a little bit of criticism, but the last 2 or 3 games he's shown a lot of strength, a lot of skill, and proving he can produce when Thierry Henry's not there.
Henry scored 5 goals against Wigan in the Premiership last season. So Paul Jewell will be delighted that he's not involved this evening, and according to Arsene Wenger, won't play over the Christmas period. But this Arsenal team have got a corner. Arsenal fans, majority at the opposite end of the ground. Seeing the back of Kolo Touré going in towards that near post area again. Ljungberg being well policed.
No, it was hanging in the wind there. Difficult for Ljungberg to get anything on that. Seemed to be there quite a long time.
Oh, shake of the head. He sets very high standards. His team haven't really got into their stride yet in the first quarter of this game.
No, they've not the same rhythm as normal. You know, but you can't expect that with the players that are sat on the bench and the players that he's got missing. You know, there's some guys here that haven't played a lot of football this season, so they won't click straight into it right away.
Kilban. Arsenal wanted offside against Camera. Wasn't forthcoming. Good recovery by Aboué. And a very good take by Julio Baptista, who's in a hurry to try and release Adebayor. And Kirkland a bit too much in a hurry with his kick. And that was safe enough in the end.
He just tried to hit him with diagonal nice and early. Good spin by Adebayor. It was a good spot as well.
Gilberto. Julio Baptista has been making a few noises about not playing regularly enough. Might be short of football, Gary, but they're not short of incentive, are they, some of these backup Arsenal players?
Absolutely.
Giroud. A bit static ahead of Flamini. Baptista just came off his man to get the ball to feet, as Adebayor does. This is more how Arsenal like to pass the ball, and maybe they can get a better angle for a cross here from Ljungberg. Aboué. Now Walcott. Aboué.
Good pressing by Wigan. But also nice composure by Arsenal, showing all the class of a team that plays regular in the Champions League. You know, showing their experience here to keep the ball and not panicking.
I think we've got the nub of the contest, haven't we now?
Yeah.
Wigan trying to play at a high tempo. Arsenal wanting that sort of share of possession, but probably wanting it higher up the pitch than they've had in the first 25 minutes. Walcott. Oh, Freddie Ljungberg was a bit back on his heels then.
Yeah, if he'd taken a little chance there.
Has actually come off the pace a bit, Gary, in terms of being a goal scorer, particularly in the Premiership.
Well, that movement coming in off the wing inside the fullback was sort of Freddie's movement. He used to score so many coming in off left and right, but as you say, maybe his legs are not quite as what they used to be.
One goal in his last 34 Premiership appearances. Might support that point of view. There's a corner for Arsenal. I'm sure he'll be involved in the middle.
Just starting to get more touches, Arsenal. Just starting to string little phases of good possession together. But still a very good player, Ljungberg. You know, but surprised hasn't scored more goals.
Clipped in by Flamini. There's a possible breakout there, and it's whether Rob Stiles thinks that Giroud deliberately committed the foul. It may not be here absolutely 100% about that, as it was just a going for the ball and not quite getting there in time, or just cynically stopping the counter-attack.
I think he feels it was just shoulder to shoulder, but I think maybe deep down he was just stopping the breakaway. Yeah, he showed some good strength tonight in little Joe's with Emil Heskey.
Well, he coped with the Drogba challenge a bit better than Senderos. To be fair to Senderos, he hasn't played many games recently and looked a bit rusty on Sunday at Stamford Bridge. Giroud conducted himself very well indeed. Heskey, Kilban. There's a problem for McCulloch, who'd gone in and had to come back out again. He would have been offside.
But Wigan looking to hit the front men nice and early, but also mixing it up by playing some good possession football as well.
Ljungberg. Here's Adebayor with Clichy there to set up for what was a cut back to Adebayor.
Tries to go for a fast bend. Sort of snap hooks that kick. They work Clichy well. Nice disguise here. Takes on his right side, tries to go for a fast bend, but gets it wrong.
I think
he's trying to go for the far corner there.
Dennis Bergkamp's still about in England, I think, so maybe he could pop into the training ground for a bit of fine-tuning.
He was just different class from that area of the goal mouth there. You know, when he got on that left side of the goal, the penalty box, he's always finding that far corner regularly.
Here's Camara. Now Lanzat. Inviting Camara again to take on Clichy if he can, but he feels he can't in that tight corner. Lanzat. Skoko. Well, those in the middle might have thought there were a few passes too many in the wider area. McCulloch and Heskey both very good in the air.
They are, but they worked it well. They were unlucky. They've got to, you know, there wasn't an opportunity to get it, and they tried to pass and keep it.
There speaks a midfield player.
Yes. But Julie will be quite happy. I think they've started decent. You know, they've settled in quite well.
Paul Jewell has made no secret of the fact that he feels Wigan deserve greater support than they're getting in their home matches.
I've got to agree with that, man. I was at Bolton recently. They're the same. You know, both of those clubs are punching way above their weight, and the crowds they should be better. Very realistic man.
Yeah, he's got a very good relationship with his chairman, Dave Whelan, who is maybe part of a dying breed, an English chairman, owner, yeah. They're an endangered species, that's for sure.
And you can feel that when you arrive at the club as well.
Cleared by Toure. Cross goes Hall. Slightly tentative by Gael Clichy.
I think the wind caught him out a wee bit there. There's a bit blustery up in that corner.
And there are openings in all four corners of the stadium where it pleases the ground staff. The grass gets the natural elements, but doesn't please the players on blustery nights like this one. Heskey controls immaculately. They're looking for a way out here. Has to use Clichy, and then we'll use let Lehmann use the goal kick. Well, coming up for you, a double helping on Prem Plus on Saturday. The pay-per-view offerings, of course, Charlton against Liverpool Saturday at 12:30. And later the same day, Aston Villa against Bolton at 5. Prem Plus and Prem Plus HD, if you're really up with the high tech. Flamini. Baptista. It was all about the timing of the pass, I think. Ljungberg encouraging the player who hasn't.
Yeah, he wanted it earlier, Martin. He wanted it earlier. Just played it behind him. A little bit of a misunderstanding.
That's shown by Heskey. Giroud was tight on camera. Flamini, and the flag goes up. And in any case, Julio Baptista put it over the goalkeeper, but over the bar.
Yeah, it's the first time a midfield player's run past the striker. Just offside. If he just held his run there, he was in. Shame about the finish.
He has scored his first Arsenal goal in the Champions League against Hamburg. He's still waiting to open his Premiership account.
It's the first time a midfielder's run past the striker this evening.
And that is a very important element in opening up defences at this level, isn't it, Gary?
Yeah, because it's a wee bit of stalemate. I think that Wigan have got the 5 across the middle when the two front guys wide come back in to make up the 5. So they're sort of cancelling each other out, and there's not many openings or spaces in there for people to get forward.
Arsene Wenger might have got the message that our replay showed that
it was definitely offside.
Skoko's touch just deserted him at the crucial moment. Back comes Kilban, stopped by Flamini. Lanzat stepping in. He's very much a get it and give it midfield player. There he does so again. And it's a mistake by Clichy. Camera does go for the early cross this time. It might run through for McCulloch, but Toure was on his toes and needed to be as the ricochet threatened to embarrass Arsenal.
If the ricochet falls for any other two strikers, I think they would have got there. Just a little bit of lack of pace by McCulloch there.
Solidly met by Giroud. Adebayor. It's been hard going for him so far this evening. Kilban. McCulloch. On to Camera. Moving so far but no further, Wigan. McCulloch, who certainly last season was often used on the left of a 4, has a different starting position here. He's got the ball in the wider area now. He's a very wholehearted player.
Very honest player, Martin, yeah.
Absolutely thrilled.
And well liked here at Wigan. You know, he's been a very good signing from them, from Motherwell.
Appreciative of what Wigan have done for him. Now Wright, he's getting a bit of a service, but not really responding to it on that occasion.
That's poor delivery in. Worked the ball well from left to right. Super pass by Lanza to pick him out. Just need a wee bit more quality in the ball into the box. Heskey and McCulloch at the back post. His old boss at Crewe, Dario Gradi, would have been disappointed with that. Always preached the value of using the ball responsibly with good technique, yeah. On from Lanzat. It's important for Wright, though, that he keeps believing in his ability to go forward. A lovely touch by Heskey. Almost ran for Kilban with McCulloch trying to clear the way for him. Camera. Pass 2. Just got him into a position for a speculative shot, but another moment has got the crowd lifted here. Lovely little phase of play. They've kept the ball well, shown some good imagination. Unlucky not to get the break there. But they hem them in well, they've rung the box really well tonight. Just snatched a wee bit at it, had to take it early.
Baptista. Wigan got a bit of a chasing, of course, in their last home game here. Liverpool got 4 in the first half.
I think it was off the back of Craig Bellamy getting off that court case. Yeah. They caught Liverpool on the wrong day.
Aboué. Although Wigan have achieved so much in their short time as a Premiership club, they haven't had any real result against one of the top 4. Not forgetting, of course, their Carling Cup success in the semi-final to beat Arsenal, knocked them out on away goals in the end, that drama at Highbury.
No, I'm sure they want to start getting some points against the top 4, but his main concern is to keep this club up in the Premiership and consolidate. You know, and each year they stay in here, then they can look to be taking on the mighty Arsenal, Liverpools and Chelsea and Man U's.
Mistake by Aboué. Heskey. Oh, that's taking the wind out of Giroud's sails. Lanzat. Giroud gallantly getting back onto his feet. And he might just have a few sharp intakes of breath now.
Oh, not on a cold Wednesday night. That would not have been nice if it had been a wee bit lower.
I don't think it was very nice where it actually was.
Emile goes for it, not frightened of shooting. Oh, takes the full brunt of that. Oh.
Don't show your pain. Sure, a few managers have said that to you down the years.
Yeah, but on occasions you've got to. Kirkland just advancing to maybe try and be a playmaker here. Gilberto makes so many headers in front of the back 4. Skoko, McCulloch. Plenty back for Arsenal. And goes Kilban. Signing in the last transfer window, of course, from Everton. Lanzat. Here's David Wright again, in an advanced position. And can't get past the Clichy.
Uses Ljungberg for the way out, but Ljungberg really dallying and nearly costly for Arsenal, that. And he's one of 4 in this attack, though. And it's Walcott. Stopped emphatically by Baines. England under-21 colleagues these days as well, of course.
Baines just getting on top of Walcott in this little duel. He's looking a good player.
He's up against a good player too, who's still feeling his way. He'd like to have a run of matches in the side to really show what he's capable of, I'm sure.
But such is the competition in that Arsenal squad, it's, you know, he's just going to have to bide his time.
And time is on his side, that's for sure.
Yeah.
He's ahead of the game, really, at 17. Kilban spinning in the cross. It's a typically gallant effort from McCulloch to try and get it and divert it back across goal, but can they
it was
making it difficult?
Whipped in by Kilban, hard one to take, it just in the air a little bit too long. Just the game at times is a wee bit congested in the middle of the park. Both teams get 5 players stretched across that middle. Very little space for any real clear-cut chances to be made.
There was a chance for, it was Walcott to Flamini in the wider position that time. That might have caught Wigan defending a little on the narrow side. Paul. Tops for Kilban. And Heskey on the left at the moment. Job, of course, he used to do under Gerard Houllier from time to time for Liverpool. Kilban driving through the middle. Camera. Here's Baines. Pretty good work in this first half from Wigan, trying to round it off with a goal. From their best to pick up the cudgels and beat Arsenal with an aggressive approach, but a disciplined one as well. Skoko. Touch wide from Heskey. Baines. Walcott has got back to track him. In the end, diverted away, but only to Hall. Well, Fitz Hall wants it back again. He was actually a schoolboy at West Ham as a striker.
Yeah, showing some good ambition there. Nice drive and run through.
Yeah. He's back as well. And covered a lot of ground in the opposite direction. Game just spread for a moment. Wigan fans recognising that and the chance for their team to press on. Well, Skoko saw where the space was and did his best to get there.
Just the delivery to Skoko, just a wee bit overrun, but great run by Fitz Hall there. I think it's important that maybe on occasions one of the centre-backs makes that little burst through to make the extra man and just try and change the sort of the way the game's going.
Believe it or not, Gary, they let him go at West Ham because he was too small.
Can't believe that. What is he, 6'3" now?
Yeah, he's filled out, the boy. I know his nickname is One Size, but he's had...
It's a big size.
Yeah, the big size, yeah. Giroud.
Well, Wigan's showing good discipline when they don't have the ball, getting bodies behind. They've got a line of 4 and a line of 5. Very difficult for Arsenal to penetrate.
Cleared by Baines. Toure. Camera, they'd like to see him further forward, and maybe there'll be a chance in this attack. This is McCulloch. Lanzant, who played for Holland against England last month. Skoko. Oh, and there was some space. They've moved Arsenal around very cleverly, and McCulloch knows it was a missed opportunity.
Martin, on occasions they've actually outpassed Arsenal tonight. They've mixed it up really well. If anything, they could maybe go forward a bit earlier.
It's not been quite the supply that Walcott would want to his side of the pitch. One added minute. Ljungberg. The good tackle by Wright. Baines. Lanzat was in quickly on Clichy and then worked with camera and trying to keep it going as well.
Super little interplay there between the two.
Well, we're going to have set the tone in terms of industry here, but they haven't made a breakthrough. Arsene Wenger, you feel, needs to win this game in Arsenal's position. They've had their problems away from home. But if they really want to get themselves back up into Champions League qualification contention, they've got to improve on their travels. And you would think this is a winnable game against a slightly weakened Wigan side. But they've been second best in many departments in the first half. We've reached the break at 0-0.
And talking of Champions League places, they've got to win it to go third tonight. Glenn Hoddle with Jamie and myself this evening. Their thoughts when we come back. It hasn't been quite what we expected from our trip to the north tonight, and we're awaiting the first goal.
For your entertainment, Premiership football this Christmas on Sky Sports. 7 big games over 8 festive days. 7 Christmas crackers.
Absolutely brilliant!
Bringing plenty of festive cheer.
Steven Gerrard! What a finish!
Premiership football this Christmas.
It's coming live.
All wrapped up on Sky Sports.
I like an apple. I like a square cut. I like a funny car. I like a monster truck. Color flopping, I'm funding stomach. Cocoa map, I stop nothing. Plummet, one on top. If I get the crocodile.
Hi, I'm looking to buy a laptop as a present.
Well, this EI System 3087 would make a great
It
gift.
needs to be wireless.
It is, and it's got an Intel Celeron M processor 420.
It needs a 40GB hard drive.
Yep, got it.
It'll need to record and play DVDs.
Yes, DVD rewriter and a 15.4-inch widescreen.
Sounds great, but I'm on a tight budget. What's it going to cost me?
How about $299?
Wow.
If you quit, yeah.
Internet prices to take home today. PC World. The best of both worlds.
Rock's most epic adventure continues. Meatloaf, Bat Out of Hell 3. The monster is loose. The third chapter in rock and roll's greatest story. 30 years in the making. Meatloaf, Bat Out of Hell 3. The perfect rock and roll gift this Christmas.
It's Christmas.
Asda have even more extra special food this Christmas. More for you for less. That's Asda price.
Blizzard Entertainment proudly invites you to join 7 million people in an online world of legendary adventure. World of Warcraft. Get it now for $14.99 or try it for free at trywarcraft.com.
Space travels in my blood. There ain't nothing I can do about it.
Visit Vodafone for our best ever range of phones this Christmas.
I know I can't live without it. Oh no, I think I'm on another world with you.
Vodafone. Make the most of now.
HMV, offer of the week.
Reality's just a dream.
EA Sports, FIFA 07, just $24.95.
This is the season we finish what we start. This is the season we are tested and do not fail. This is the season we get history right, the way it was meant to be. This is the season it happens.
EA Sports, FIFA 07, just $24.95 for this week only. Be inspired this Christmas at HMV.
To all those baby-faced multi-millionaire sports stars who get paid too much, live in huge houses, have ridiculous haircuts, have never tipped, and will never enter a supermarket again, let alone know the price of milk, just because they kick a ball, we've got news for you. We ain't gonna pay you a penny to wear our product. You can carry on paying us. Skins, bio-acceleration technology.
That time is now.
There are 2 matches from the Premiership available this weekend as pay-per-view offerings. Saturday, Charlton against Liverpool, 12:30 start. Villa against Bolton, 5 o'clock start. Channel 480 for details of how to order as usual, or you can call 08705 160 160. And on Sunday, Super Sunday, it actually takes us to Upton Park, but first up, it's Everton against Chelsea at 1, followed by West Ham against Manchester United. Alan Kirby's first game in charge of the Hammers, of course, and that's a 3:45 start. Both matches on Sky Sports 1. Well, Glenn Hoddle, the former England manager, with Jamie and myself here this evening, and it has not, as I said, Glenn, it's not quite been what Arsene Wenger was expecting from the Northwest tonight, has it, at Wigan?
No, not at all. I think Arsene in that dressing room, I think, will be really annoyed with his team because they've gone out there and they just haven't performed. They've been very sloppy, Richard. They really have. I've not seen an Arsenal side as sloppy. And very rarely do you come off at half-time and the stats tell you that they've not had a shot at goal, they haven't had a chance,
Either
really.
team, as it's turned out.
Well, to be fair to Wigan, I think Paul in there would be pleased with the way they've played, Jamie, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he'd be delighted, I think.
With
Yeah,
the way they've
You were saying at the start you thought they'd be right in their faces, that they'd really upset them.
Yeah, the top 3, McCulloch, Kamara and Heskey, have been really made it difficult work for Arsenal at the back. And as Glenn said, they've stopped and played. Every time the ball's got played into midfield, they've been tight, they've been making it difficult, they've been really up for it. He'll be delighted, Paul Jewell. And this is pretty much epitomised what they've been about today. As you can see, their second balls. Look at McCulloch chasing that second ball. Hunts it down. It falls again for him again. Right here, look. And he's onto it. And lucky enough, they clear it. And Giroud, who I thought was exceptional the weekend. He really was, that's been like what we're going to be like.
Doesn't he? Is Kamara, he putting this one?
Kamara actually gets the finish on it, and this is what made me laugh. He's looking for a penalty here, Richard. Watch.
Or a corner.
Because he gets there first, he plays it, and he realises he's made a pig's ear of it, and he turns round instantly, and he's saying, "Look, I was fouled."
He wants a penalty, doesn't he?
He's trying to get a penalty off it. Yeah, but to be honest, that's the best chance of the game, and you know, Wigan do deserve to be one up.
Have they got another gear? Have they got enough to punish Arsenal with if it goes on like this?
Well, I think looking at the bench of Arsenal, if they don't score in the first 10 minutes, 15 minutes in the second half, Wigan, they're gonna fall short a little bit because you feel as if the way Arsenal are playing, Arsene Wenger might even make the changes at half-time the way his team have performed. I've never seen Arsenal play so much in straight lines. They're playing the 5 across the midfield. Normally there's a flexibility about their movement, and particularly in midfield, but they're playing in straight lines. Freddie Ljungberg's holding that left-hand side, Walcott on the right, and it's not the same Arsenal we've seen week in and week out.
Yeah, no, I agree with. They've got Hleb to come on, Fabregas, who can. They need to dominate the ball a little bit. They haven't had enough of the ball. And Van Persie, I think, has been in exceptional form this year. They might be able to bring him on. And I think that's what Arsene Wenger realised. We can win this game because we have a great opportunity. But I think they'll need to make changes because Baptiste's not been involved. Theo Walcott's found it difficult. Leighton Baines has done a great job on him so far. So they need to make changes, Arsenal. I just get that feeling if they do, they can win this game.
And remember, coming later, extended highlights from Stamford Bridge, where Chelsea are playing Newcastle this evening. But when we come back, it's back to the JJB to see Wigan and Arsenal.
Sky Movies rules. British comedy is obsessed with one thing.
Sex. Sex.
Sex?
Sex. Sex.
Where's the sauce? Well, most of the time. For comedy, Sky Movies rules.
Every day, Lexmark printers go to work for some of the world's most important companies. In fact, 75% of the world's top banks, retailers and pharmacies use Lexmark. And now that same performance can work in your home too, with Lexmark's new all-in-one. It prints, copies, scans and faxes. And it's backed by a 1-year next business day replacement guarantee. For further information, visit lexmark.co.uk.
Wallbangers are high-def club crests and life-size players. Wallbangers crests include 1 giant crest, 1 small crest and 3 word marks. Players are ripped straight from the action. Each is high-def, crystal clear and die-cut. The biggest thing to ever hit your wall. Wallbangers are removable and reusable. The power and passion of the game right on your wall. Wallbangers are only available in club shops and online. Wallbangers high-def. Huge impact on your wall.
Hello. Big tasty with bacon, please.
Mexican chicken premier for me.
3 mint chocolate milkshakes. Where are the straws?
They're behind you!
The new festive menu from McDonald's. It must be that time of year.
It has been a long and bloody year since the end of the Great War. The hordes of chaos continue to taint the northlands of the Empire. There is no escape from chaos. It marks us all.
This Christmas at Curry's, this half-price Canon widescreen digital camcorder with 25x optical zoom is just $179. And why not reserve online and collect in store to make sure you get the gift you want without the hassle. So get down to Curry's.
It's Christmas.
So here it is, Merry Christmas. Everybody's having fun. Look to the future now, it's only just...
Asda have even more extra special food this Christmas. More for you for less. That's Asda price.
There now follows a special report from Woolly with some exciting news.
Now at Woolworths, the Airman Instant Tyre Repair Kit for only $29.99. Don't struggle trying to change a flat tyre. Airman automatically temporarily repairs punctures and reinflates the tyre quickly, simply and without mess. The perfect Christmas gift for motorists. Airman, only $29.99.
Exactly what part of your special report did you do? More great news from Woolworths.
Jameson Irish Whiskey.
believe in the Hogfather, there won't be any presents.
You're not the Hogfather.
David Jason stars in Terry Pratchett's Hogfather. Starts Sunday at 8, exclusive to Sky One and Sky One HD.
We're down to the Super 16 stage in the Champions League. We've got the draw Friday, 10:30, live on Sky Sports News. Don't forget, all 5 British clubs involved, 4 English teams, all topping their groups. And later on Friday night from the Championship, it's Luton against Southend. That's a 7:30 start on Sky Sports 1. And another reminder that a little later we'll have extended highlights from Stamford Bridge, where Chelsea are playing tonight against Newcastle United. Our live football from the Barclays Premiership this evening comes from the JJB Stadium, where Wigan are playing Arsenal. Remember, a win for the Gunners takes them 3rd. There hasn't been too much to persuade us, Jamie, that they might yet.
No.
What would they have to do to step up from this point?
I think for a lot of basics for Arsenal now. Pass the ball, like we witnessed them playing against Reading a few weeks ago, where they were absolutely fantastic. The game, the confidence has gone obviously since the likes of the Fulham game, so they need to start passing the ball to each other, and that will help them.
I just wonder whether they'll put Walcott eventually up there with Adebayor, just to change the shape and give them another problem, because they're not playing well in this system at the moment. But they have got the strength from the substitutes bench to go on and win the game, Arsenal, of course. For Wigan, a little bit more of what they've had the first half. Yeah, keep going.
Exactly.
Join our match commentators, former Scottish international Gary McAllister and Martin Tyler.
Thank you, Richard. Wigan are not the sort of club you associate with goalless draws. We're goalless at this stage. They did actually have their very first goalless game in the Premiership recently here against Aston Villa, but it wasn't for the want of trying. It was a game with plenty of chances. We haven't had too many opportunities in the 45 minutes so far, Gary, have we?
No, but Wigan are definitely, they are the home side, but they have definitely showed the more ambition and more adventure in their play. Arsenal, for me, a wee bit flat. The pace in the pass isn't there. The crispness of their passing just not there at all so far. But all credit to Wigan. They've passed it well. They've mixed it up well. They just need a few more efforts in goal.
Here's Kilbat. Good movement by Heskey. Cookman's a cross, and it's in the end just too high for David Wright as he came in.
Nice to see the fullback. Nice work by Heskey. Kilban whips it in. Great position by the fullback in the opposition's box. Just made his run a wee bit too early.
Baptista. Gilberto. There's certainly evidence in the early minutes of the second half of what Arsene Wenger has said to his team at Stamford Bridge on Sunday, particularly with Adebayor, who came out almost remodelled for the second period. Certainly an improved model.
Well, I can't imagine Arsene Wenger being a manager who rollicks the players, but it's certainly in no uncertain terms we tell them they need to up the whole tempo of the whole game and everything they do.
That will certainly go for the attacking side of his team here tonight. Giroud. Just wonder if there is now a bit of a psychological barrier to be overcome when they come to the northwest of England. They've had so many disappointments over the last year in this part of the country.
It's difficult to put your finger on it as well, with the amount of good players they've got.
An attack that petered out then. Camera. It's a terrific ball for Heskey. He's in for Wigan, and he tried to lift it over Lehmann. Didn't quite get it up enough. And Lehmann, gratefully as he went to ground, was able to raise his arms and make the save.
It's a great chance. He just tries to dink the keeper. Fantastic movement by Heskey. But great pass.
There was such a contrast to the previous Arsenal attack, which was weak and warm. And
he just tried to dink the keeper there, and it bobbled up and he missed it.
A real ball of the evening so far from Henri Camara. And here goes Julio Baptista. He's in. And it's Kirkland's turn to make a save, and
he hits the target, gets his finish. Good save by Kirkland. Lovely work. Nice straight pass. Great ball, great movement, great save by Kirkland. Great straight ball, lovely movement by Heskey. He tries to dink the keeper, bobbles, miskicks it. Great chance. Lovely pass, great run. I think there's just a little bobble. There it is, there's a bobble. He's
over Heskey. But more pep at both ends of the pitch. It's Kilban.
More like it. Great chance for Heskey. Super. He just goes to dink it over the keeper here. It just bobbles up. He misses it completely, right underneath it. In fairness to him, I think it bobbled a little bit.
McCulloch. Dory didn't want to head it back. Flamini blocked by Kilban. Camera still going until Gilberto yet again produced his stock in trade, breaking up the play.
Rob Styles having none of that.
Right. David Wright again. And Camera trying to get in behind Toure. Well, he did, but the ball didn't. It's been a good start to the second half.
By Wigan.
Chances at both ends.
But the chances have come off the back of just a wee increase in the pace of the game. Got a super chance to get his team in front there at Meal.
First team coach, incidentally, alongside the assistant manager Chris Hutchins, is Mark Seagraves. And he's got such power, Emil Heskey, probably more power than he actually believes in his own heart that he possesses.
I think you're spot on. If that guy really believes in himself, he would certainly still be at Liverpool and still be involved with England.
Over 40 caps for England. Doesn't come easy, does it? And he's always been a player well respected by his teammates, if not always by the supporters.
And I always feel as if his striking partner always enjoys him as well, because it takes a lot of pressure off his partner.
Adebayor, still a lone striker really for Arsenal. Flamini's gone a bit too early. The referee doesn't need to react to the offside flag.
A forward movement from Flamini, first time.
Punched on by McCulloch, collected by Camera and Heskey, all three involved in the attacking sense for Paul Jewell again.
Well, Paul Jewell would be pleased with that. All three strikers get involved. McCulloch wins the flick on, Camera holds it up, Heskey makes a lovely little run across, and they get an end product. Quality could have been better, but nice to see the three strikers combining there.
They must be feeling they can really get some joy out of this game. Ljungberg. Arsenal still going forward in fits and starts. Adebayor. Back for Clichy. Flamini's made a run into the box again. Clichy whips it across to hit Walcott. Baptista just forces Walcott wide. And Kirkland's glad that in the end there wasn't a cross that he had to come out for. It's a corner though to Arsenal.
They just get put a little bit wide by Baptista. There's a little opening. There's a little 2v1 there.
Gilberto was going for it. Nipped away from him by Heskey. But here's Freddie Ljungberg. Oh, and just across beyond the post and beyond Kolo Touré as well, but it took a touch because Arsenal have another corner.
As well worked by Arsenal. Got to focus Wigan on a little bit of pressure.
Away by Lanzat. Back by Clichy. Gilberto, Wigan wanted handball. Camera didn't kill that one. Now Walcott. Stopped by Kilban, but it breaks for Gilberto. Walcott again. Yes, they've got it across, but
yeah, they've doubled up well on Walcott. They've not given him much space. Kilban's done well to help Leighton Baines on several occasions tonight.
Gary, do you wonder why Arsene Wenger hasn't switched Walcott and Ljungberg even just for 5 minutes?
They need to change something because they're not getting any great deal of joy at all. And they've been quite rigid in their formation as well, Arsenal, which is unusual.
Flamini, Baptista. Julio Baptista again. Once more, Wigan able to get their tackles in. McCulloch wanted too much time. Gilberto. It's Adebayor, out comes Kirkland. And the goalkeeper stopped Wigan going behind here.
Fantastic ball by Gilberto, great run by Adebayor. Striker's favourite, and then Kirkland spreads himself brilliantly. Great save by Kirkland. But at least a bit of life from the Arsenal.
And it's been the best 10 minutes of the game so far, the first 10 minutes of the second half. Here's McCulloch, he might run back to him. Arsenal making a bit of a meal of getting it away, but they've got it away to Adebayor. That was an ambitious attempt at a pass from him. It is goes short the second time to Julio Baptista. Chase for Henri Camara. Heskey in support. It's an easy ball to him. Could have kept it going to the left. Still Camara on the right. He's looking for Heskey. Yes. Good play by Clichy.
The game just starting to open up, just stretching a bit. The pitch is much bigger now, more space all over the pitch.
And the space here for Theo Walcott from Julio Baptista's pass. A tap in for Adebayor is a no. Well, Walcott decided to make absolutely sure, or so he thought. And he could have taken on the shot himself. Wigan were left trailing in his wake. It was very good play from Arsenal until it came to the finish.
Yeah, super play, waves of attack now going one way then the other. Lovely pass here, splits them through. Walcott in goal here, very unselfish, but he just overhits it. Oh, it's a golden opportunity here. He just overhits it. Good defending by Fitzhall, matching the run of Adebayor, but Arsenal should be in front.
Camara. Skoko setting up Kilban. Gary, it's the same players, but it's an entirely different game.
The game's just got a little bit stretched now. You know that the first half, all that congestion has changed. Another good chance here for Wigan. They keep it in there. Drops to Kilban on his good side, but good block in there, just blocked off the shot. But the game's just end to end now. It's really opened up. But I thought it was the right decision by Walcott to square it. Doesn't surprise me.
Well, that's the 1-1 at the bottom of your screen that tells you why we're still 0-0 at the top of the screen.
But we've got a proper game now.
Ljungberg. Inside right for Adebayor, all about the timing of the pass and the run, and the offside flag pulls Arsenal back.
But it's a forward run, he's running forward rather than short and coming to feet. He's looking to get in behind. I just think he goes a wee bit early here. Yep, he's just offside. But it's a positive movement, rather than standing still and taking it to feet.
Toure. Just glancing it away to Walcott. Well, some managers might have taken off the likes of Baptista and Walcott at half-time, but they've both been very much to the forefront of Arsenal in the second half. Skoko not closed down. Raymond not absolutely sure of the movement of the ball. The assistant being checked out by the referee as to whether it had gone out or not.
Nice movement again, they work it well. Skoko sets up lovely for him. A little bit of movement on it, which catches out Lehmann. Always comfortable though.
I think the Paul Robinson experience has put the fear of God into the goalkeepers.
They don't like taking touches now either, do they?
He certainly made sure he kicked through the line of it.
He's a good kicker to the ball normally as well.
And it is good to see him back in action. It's only his 75th Premiership game. As he started at Coventry, as you know only too well.
Yeah, I worked with him for a long time, since he was a young lad actually, you know, and just rated him for a long time. Just nice to see him out in the football park.
Played in the West Brom side, Chris Kirkland, that beat Arsenal last season. Skoko. Right cross, Camera was setting himself for it. Toure avoided pretty much most of the flying foot of Henri Camara. Boyce. Skoko. Paul thought he could get it, but he didn't. Adebayor on to Clichy. There's no offside, and Wigan are chasing back in a line again. And Arsenal from a wide position can't quite tee it up again.
Yeah, when they start flowing and pushing people forward, Arsenal, they always catch the eye. They're attractive football inside. People running forward into the box as well.
Gilberto. Flamini. Here's Walcott. Both sides attacking with much more conviction. Oh, and Camera. And some unconvincing defending from Kolo Toure, of all people. But he has got great capacity to recover.
Yeah, good recovery there. Just taking chances when he shouldn't in his own defensive third.
Ljungberg. Foraging work from Adebayor again. Gilberto. Walcott. Just didn't quite get the angle right. Back to Boué, and Leighton Baines was just able to knock it out of harm's way.
He just read it well. He just read it well. As Walcott tried to reverse it inside him.
attack switched by Toure to Clichy. He's quicker than Skoko. Oh, it's too high for Flamini, who of course arrived at the right place at the right time to give Arsenal the lead at Chelsea.
Good defending again at the back post from the fullback.
Toure arriving late. And Kirkland had to come through the cluster of players. It was a very good punch. And not such a good shot from Gaël Clichy.
Bit ambitious by Clichy. But he's joined in well in the last 5 minutes. Getting get some good crossing positions. Some nice deliveries into the box.
Chris Kirkland has never lost to Arsenal, in fact. Well, maybe he can be Wigan's lucky charm here. He's certainly been not lucky, more excellent in a couple of saves in the second half already. Camera. Styles has done his level best to let the game flow, has penalised Camera here. Baptista, Flamini. Walcott giving it a go against Baines, and he's got past him this time. Back for Adebayor, and needs some footwork of his own now. Drives it back across. McCulloch had filled in responsibly.
But that's what Arsene Wenger wants to see Walcott do, get the ball and drive straight at the fullback.
Ljungberg. Forced his way in front of right. At the very least, he's going to be spoken to by referee Styles. He's going to be cautioned.
Ljungberg just cuts across the front of right here. I think the little touch there, and then Ljungberg has done a little bit easy for me there. I think the foul was just before the contact.
There's no disguising who's going to take the free kick for Arsenal. The Brazilian, Julio Baptista. Chris Kirkland only wanting 3 in the wall. He goes for the shot! And Kirkland's
fantastic effort.
Looked a bit more confident than maybe the Wigan fans felt.
He thought he had this covered, or it was definitely going wide. But that was definitely Brazilian. Gets it, whips it, good pace on it. In all fairness, Kirkland did have it covered. It was wider than we thought, but good effort.
Now, Emil Heskey has been feeling a tight hamstring. Comes off, and Andreas Johansson, I hope he'll have better fortune coming on as a substitute than the last time he faced Arsenal, which was in that last game at Highbury. Lasted about a minute, and he got a red card.
I remember that.
Yeah, he gave away a penalty that Henry converted. It's deemed a professional foul, last man and all that.
I've got to say Heskey was excellent tonight. I thought he led the line well and worked well with the other 2 strikers.
Clichy. Well, we're into the last quarter of the game. At Wigan 0, Arsenal 0. A few chances in the first half, several in the second. All right, it was nicely worked.
There was more purpose in the play by both sides.
Well, there's a bit of value in the draw for Wigan, particularly because of their paucity of points against the so-called super clubs. But for us,
Paul Joe will be feeling that they can go and win this game.
Boyce did well. He's last in well too, although he's been penalised. They were waiting for Emerson Boyce to see whether he was well enough to play tonight. Paul Jewell to wait until Boyce turned up for getting the thumbs up from the defender. Here's a run from Walcott and a pass to Ljungberg. So much more verve about Arsenal in the second half. One from Gilberto. Here's Eboué. Baptista trying to win the header. Rob Styles has pointed for a corner. So he didn't win the header. Or at least if he did, that's not the way the referee saw it.
So that didn't look like a corner.
No.
But Arsenal, definitely more positive in this half.
There's an outrageous dip on that in the end. Well, he's got those options on the bench.
Three very good options there as well.
Clichy. Quick reminder, a much livelier second half, that we've got extended highlights of Chelsea against Newcastle to bring you when this game has come to its conclusion. It's hard to predict what that conclusion is going to be. Certainly Arsenal are now finding more points of attack, and certainly one of their most dangerous points of attack is young Theo Walcott.
Yeah, he's been more direct this half. I thought in the first half he played a little bit safe, but now he's just driving it at Leighton Baines every opportunity he gets.
Four in the close alignment for Arsenal. It's work short to Walcott. Headed out decisively by Hall. Given away by Camera. Clichy. And Walcott showing his exceptional acceleration to get there. Not such an exceptional cross with his left foot. Good vision by Skoko. Here's Kilban. Forced his way in front of Giroud, and for that effort has got a free kick.
I think the crowd are quite happy that the referee's given them a decision. Yeah, definitely pushing the back of Kilban. He's not happy with the decision.
Wall and Boyce have come up, lacking, of course, Heskey's authority in the air now. Kilban whips it in, but it's a bit too high at the crucial point.
It was a decent delivery. Just too close to the keeper.
Flamini. Ljungberg wanted one over the top. But Kilban had checked back with him. Ljungberg. Some activity in the ranks of the Arsenal substitutes. And Percy being called back. Cesc Fabregas being called back. And it's a giveaway by Baptista. Gilberto having to make a tackle that wouldn't otherwise have been the case.
Yeah, it was a little bit late, a little bit cynical. McCulloch had skipped past him.
Well, McCulloch calling for that favourite Wigan one, the diagonal one. He can attack. He's put off by Aboué. Good reach by Touré. Quick ball in from Baines, then from Skoko. Arsenal are ready. Although Lehmann's in a hurry, he's going to have to wait because Van Persie is coming on, and Fabregas as well. It's Flamini, who probably left some of the strength in his legs at Stamford Bridge on Sunday.
Yeah, I've got to agree with that. Bit of quality coming on here. One of the finest midfielders in the Premiership.
Julio Baptista still going through the learning period, coming from a different country, a different football culture into the English game. And Percy further ahead on that learning curve.
Oh, two very exciting players just arrived on the pitch.
Johansson. Forward by Aboué. Headed on by Van Persie, Adebayor. Baines had to be quick again. Leighton Baines really has taken to football life at this level.
Yeah, I've been impressed with his all-round game tonight. Defending, anticipating. His positional sense has been excellent as well.
He's got Walcott to deal with, and he's crisply there in the tackle. And he likes to go on as well. Not going to get a free kick at the end of it, though. And Fabregas, the master passer, settling down to try and organise this Arsenal team, but it hasn't worked out for Gilberto there. Lanzat comes out to Johansson. Kilban, McCulloch. Skoko shot, parried out to camera. Oh, wonderful defending by Touré, back by Lanzat. Lehmann with a fist. Skoko can't reach it this time. And Arsenal breathe again, just.
Fantastic chance again for Wigan.
And here's Ljungberg. Adebayor. Collected by Aboué. Here's Clichy, leaving Johansson. Van Persie, who seems to have come on as a second striker. Camera. He looked as though he was going to convert the rebound. Johansson. Camera. McCulloch. Kilban. On for Camera. McCulloch coming in, there's a deflection on that, and Wigan can pile forward here for a corner.
Good pressure by Wigan. Another golden chance for Kamara. Wigan again, very patient, work it well. Super effort by Skoko. And again, like Heskey, duffs it, he just doesn't get enough on it. Great chance. It was bouncing at him. It was a great chance.
Headed out by Adebayor. Not too deep by Baines, crowding, fighting him to shoot, urging him to shoot. Scored a corker here against Manchester United, forced an own goal at West Ham that went down to Jonathan Spector, but it was a A good hit that ended up in the back of the opposition's net. Mark Schwarzer made a very good save from him at the weekend as well.
It's a wee bit like Matty Taylor. When they do score goals, these guys, they're wonder goals.
With each passing development of the football that they play with these days, I bet you wish you were still playing, Garrett.
I didn't retire that long ago, you know. No, but the movement on these balls now is unbelievable.
And it does encourage people to shoot, doesn't it?
It does, you know, but the other point is the goalkeepers don't like them. They're always moaning.
Nothing new then. Right. Johansson. Well, both Lehmann and Kirkland are, what, 12 minutes away from a clean sheet apiece, but they've both been worked much harder in the second half. They drew a goal at the JJB, 0-0 against Villa, 0-4 against Liverpool. Wigan. Toure covering Giroud.
They've had golden chances tonight, Martin. You know, they've mixed it well, they've played decent. They've had 2 golden chances.
But I guess the clearest moment was when Walcott had the chance just to roll it across to Adebayor to tap it in. But,
I think he made the right decision. I thought he made the right decision. I suppose he could have shot, but I thought the square ball was the ball. He just overcooked it.
Fabregas. Now Toure. Walcott's on the move. Van Persie. Here's Freddie Ljungberg. It's not a great angle for him. And Adebayor followed up. And Arsenal are close again.
Oh, it's a super chance again. They work it beautifully again. Intricate passing. They eventually work the ball really well out to Ljungberg. Nice turn by Van Persie. Ljungberg driving in, left foot across goal, good save by Kirkland. Oh, he just pulls it. He just pulls it too much.
Fabregas. Adebayor got the knockdown, and Van Persie was so close. Any sort of touch from him, and maybe Kirkland would have been stranded this time. Headed on by McCulloch. Missed by Clichy. And Camera's got the better of him! And didn't waste any time about letting rip.
Oh, he hits this unbelievably early. Good persistence here. Watch the full back well. Drags it inside and hits it so early. Keeper's not set. Great effort. Works hard to win it back and takes it ever so early, hitting across the ball. Just didn't get enough dip on it. He knows he hit that well. It's a great effort.
Toure. It's almost a change in policy after being tentative when he had that rebound off Lehmann
Yeah,
a few minutes back.
it was a tentative prod, Martin, the one before, but that was very positive and hit it ever so early.
Toure. Both sides still looking for the win here. Van Persie. Oh, Walcott not quite getting his body position right. And, not hitting the fairway, Gary.
No, that was a semi shank. They never look comfortable, Arsenal, when they're whipping the ball into the box, because I think there's a belief that there's not a striker who likes to go in and head it.
Well, at home they've had their problems, but they're still unbeaten. The home manager here be pressing his players to turn one point into three, maybe risk ending up with none, because that's the way Paul Jewell is.
Yes, but I think he'll be the more happy at the 0-0 scoreline. You know, Arsenal pushing forward to try and get the Arsenal back into the top three. He'll be disappointed they don't come away with a win here tonight.
Van Persie. On by Skoko. Super control from the camera. Johansson. Gilberto and Fabregas have got to work a bit harder now. Van Persie's dropping off the front a little bit, not sort of playing on the left as he has been recently in the five. Arsenal pleased to get the free kick. And the Wigan fans tell you all you need to know about what they believed about the justice of the decision.
No, Mr. Styles has not been the fans' favourite tonight.
Van Persie offside. But there wasn't any need for the whistle. Kilban. 6 minutes plus added time at the JJB. And Henri Camara only was behind Toure. Came at a difficult height from a long way.
It's a super pass from Baines. Just beat the outstretched leg of Camara. But with Van Persie pushing further forward, there is a numerical advantage in that middle area of the pitch for Wigan.
Toure. Now Giroud. And Fabregas had no options there. Skoko, Camara. Here's Lanzad. Looking for Camara's run, and more top draw defending by Kolo Toure.
Just used his pace and strength there.
Johansson put in front of fellow Swede Ljungberg. Concerned about Toure. The game going on. Fabregas. Now by Skoko again. Rob Styles invoking the wrath of the Wigan support. Fabregas. Oh, and Hall's missed it. Adebayor. Taken from his toes by Chris Kirkland, who felt that Adebayor wasn't entitled to go for that.
Very brave save by Kirkland. Great pass by Fabregas. A little bit flat Wigan. Adebayor gets in behind. Yeah, Kirkland's got it. Great ball. Just bad touch, but brave goalkeeping. Adebayor, it's there to stick his toe up. Fantastic save by the goalkeeper, great bravery.
But I guess when you've spent Saturday night in hospital with a head injury, you're going to be a bit more sensitive about the next challenge. At least in reacting to it, he certainly wasn't oversensitive about making the save. Fearless.
That was bravery. Yeah. That's bravery after what happened to him at the weekend.
Well, I'm sure as a fellow member of the union, Jens Lehmann would have appreciated the save and might have seen something familiar in the reaction.
I'm sure Chrissy's old guru, Steve Ogrizovic, will be happy to see that.
Camara just on his toes because Toure's labouring a little bit. And the free kick could have been given Wigan's way and wasn't. Fabregas for Adebayor. Out comes Kirkland, but Adebayor scores. And with 3 minutes to go, Arsenal have the lead at the JJB. There was nothing Kirkland could do about it at Adebayor's feet this time.
Just one straight pass. And it was the class of Fabregas here. Just vision, great movement by Adebayor. Fantastic, two square Wigan, great ball, great finish. But it just takes that one moment of class from Fabregas. Good first touch, and then just pokes under the keeper. Getting very severely punished for just getting caught square. They get caught square. This is definitely a foul. I think he leads with the studs there.
Well,
so Arsenal lucky to get away with that.
Hang on a minute, Gary. Sunday, Ashley Cole. What goes around comes around.
Absolutely, it's amazing.
They conceded a goal when it might have been stopped. Probably should have been stopped. They've scored a goal when it certainly could have been stopped.
So the old adage is right.
It evens itself out, but not usually as quickly as this. Wigan have got to try and hit back in the limited time that remains. Crossed by Wright. Headed away by Fabregas. Comes out to Leighton Baines.
Super strike. Lovely take. Only got one thing in his mind here to hit it. Just a little nick off the head there. Keeper's right behind it.
Well, it's been a second half that's deserved a goal. And I guess after Arsenal had survived a couple of chances, they will certainly feel they've made enough to believe that they deserved a goal.
But Martin, this is what separates the top teams from the teams in the middle. They punish you, and they were severely punished. Just one straight pass. They shoot that, but the Wigan back four shouldn't get beat with that one pass. They're just defending a little bit too high. But for me, this is a foul. He's led with the sole of his boot. You know, on the continent, that's an instant foul.
And it was Fabregas who played the ball, and Adebayor who scored. Theo Walcott has gone off, incidentally. 32 has departed, 31 is on. There's Justin Hoyt, there's Walcott. And certainly a change in type of player. Frustration for Wigan.
Skoko just a little bit late there, just frustration.
Skoko pleading his case. Fabregas will be well aware that there's precious little time to go.
Just clicks his heel there. Very little in it.
Three added minutes. And if Arsenal can survive it, they will be third in the table.
Yeah, we're going to find themselves a wee bit unlucky not to come away with this game with nothing.
Adebayor. Fabregas, rounded by Skoko. He's made a mistake. It's McCulloch. Let it run for Johansson. No, Clichy's too quick for him. And that's pretty risky at this stage. And then Gilberto hurried into a mistake. Skoko. Here's Johansson. Wigan need numbers in the middle and a good cross. And all they get is a throw. They've got the numbers. And they've got Hall going across to take it. Boyce racing up. He's come from his sickbed tonight. And in the end, Lanzat trying to sort out his feet and couldn't get any power, and just soft side footer.
Soft finish.
Here's Baines. It's a warrior-like run. Camara.
Unlucky.
It's a picture that sums it up for Wigan, I think, tonight in the end.
They've had the moments. They'll feel a little bit hard done by. I think they deserve something tonight. Played some good football.
That's the way it's been for Wigan against the very top clubs since they originally came up. And they've given Manchester United, Chelsea, Liverpool and Arsenal some terrific contests. But in league games always ended up empty-handed. Ball is not yet lost here. There's precious little time left. Camera. Back by Wright. Shot by Lanzat. It's not away yet. Camera. Lanzat goes down, but he certainly wasn't seeking to gain anything. He's quickly on his feet. He wasn't appealing. Commendably honest in these circumstances. Well, there it is. Arsenal show they can win without Thierry Henry. Emmanuel Adebayor, a scorer recently against Spurs, is a match winner here. Arsene Wenger shows that he can put out a team that can win in the northwest of England, where Arsenal have had so many bothers over the last year or so, and they do go back third above Portsmouth, who they play next. Wigan have been feeling the effects of injury and the suspension, and on the heels of that big loss to Liverpool have gone down again at home, but this was altogether finer margins. And Paul Jewell cursing the sequence of events, Fabregas's challenge that might have been called a foul on another day, but then Fabregas's pass that set Adebayor clear for the winner. Camara missed the chance, Heskey missed the chance. They had their moments, but the final score here is a happy score for Arsenal. It's Wigan 0, Arsenal 1.
And as Martin was saying, it's good enough to give Arsenal third place this evening, and that's as high as they've been all season long. Not the first time he scored the only goal that's been worth 3 points in recent weeks for Arsenal. Coming up, Chelsea against Newcastle, extended highlights. And tonight, we've got the third test, day one from Perth. It's a 2 a.m. start on Sky Sports 1. Well, the verdict of Glenn Hoddle and Jamie Redknapp when we come back on a win for the Gunners. Much, much better second half. And don't forget, not too far away now, extended highlights from Stamford Bridge, where Chelsea have been playing tonight.
Double in association with Sky Bet. First, it's Charlton v Liverpool, Saturday at 12:30. Then from Villa Park,
a superb goal!
It's Aston Villa v Bolton.
He's done it again!
Saturday at 5. To order either game for £8 or order your special offer season ticket for just £30, see channel 480 or call 08705 160 160.
At Sainsbury's this Christmas, Lindemans, Talana, Shiraz, Cabernet and Semillon Chardonnay wines are half price. Sainsbury's, try something new today.
Surprise!
This Christmas, Cameron Diaz, Kate Winslet, Jude Law and Jack Black invite you to celebrate
Oh yeah.
the holiday.
Speaker, speaker, on my dance floor. Tell me, speaker, what is wrong?
Everyone loves great comedy. Chubby's back on DVD with tips for the perfect marriage.
Why don't you run upstairs and make love to me? I said, I can't do both.
Utterly uncensored and hilarious.
How'd you change your light bulb? I said, you stand in a bucket of cold water.
Everyone loves Roy Chubby Brown, so give the DVD or Chubby's comedy box to someone you love now.
Get down to the Toy-tastic sale at Argos. Save up to half price on selected toys. Don't Christmas shop for it, Argos it.